put me through. See, I was down for you. How could you play me? How could you play me? I gave you everything. I came back and I'm busted. Now looking back, I worked too hard. Gotta move on. I came too far. Can't believe I lost it all. Bet you wish you didn't play me. It's all cool. I'm no fool for you. Go ahead and do you. Came back with a whole new swag and a new attitude. I'm all about my bag. Every day is a struggle. It get hard sometimes. Raising kids on your own. And your baby daddy gone. Came back. Living check to check. Came back. Not enough to pay bills. Came back. Girl, keep your head up. Yeah. Came back. I know you're fed up. Yeah. Despite everything I've been through, see, I'm still holding on. No more chances. No more chances. Once I'm done, I'm done. Yeah. I'm bounced back. And I'm so stuck. Not looking back. I worked too hard. Gotta move on. I came too far. Can't believe I lost it all. Bet you wish you didn't play me. It's all good. I'm no fool for you. Go ahead and do you. Came back with a brand new swag and a new attitude. Stay getting to the bag. Every day is a struggle. It get hard sometimes. Raising kids on your own. And your baby daddy gone. Came back. Living check to check. Came back. Not enough to pay bills. Came back. Girl, keep your head up. Yeah. Came back. I know you're fed up. It get hard being single with 2 kids and no sleeping baby daddy's gone. Man, I get it on my own. Yeah, I made it on my own. Yeah, I don't know why life ain't fair. Put your hands in the air if you feel it ain't fair. This is for my ladies. This is for my ladies. Yeah. Came back, I ain't looking back. Came back, I ain't worried about you. Came back. Oh, oh. When times get hard, are you gonna run away and stay and hold it down for me? Can you meet me halfway, yeah? I'm talking 50-50, babe. I need somebody to be with me. Let's get money, baby, yeah. And I know what I bring to the table, baby.
We don't take no L.
What is your type? What do you like? See, I'm 5'3", smooth like cocoa butter. It's my melanin popping with my brown eyes. See, I'm not gonna play with you. Ain't got time for that. I need to know what's on your mind. If you decide to be all mine, could you? Hey, what up, everybody? Yeah, said rock your body. Yeah. Shout out to everybody in the room. Y'all already know what time it is. Just come on in the room. Hey, Betty in the building. Hey, Princess in the building. Hey, me mine in the building. Hit the light. Hey, Capri in the building. Hey, Ravita in the building. Hey, C. Miller in the building. Hit the light. Hey, Jay in the building. Hey, shout out to everybody, y'all. What up, Keita Boo? Who else we got in the building? Okay, me mine. Okay, yes, that is the first track on the new album. That song is called Came Back. Every day is a struggle. Yeah, it got hard sometimes. That's that song. Came back. A not free DDG, Mr. Cappity Cap say free DDG. Not free. And what up, Christopher in the building? Hey, Joyce. Hello, hello. Yes, y'all. Hit the light. Hey, Michelle. Where is she? Where is she? It's her birthday today, y'all. Well, she is me. If you is listening, girl, happy birthday to ya. Happy birthday to ya. Happy birthday. What up, Nay in the building? Shout out to everybody, y'all. Hello, hello, hello. We got a whole lot of mess going on. We got a whole lot of mess going on. What up, Cher in the building? Shout out to everybody, y'all. Thank you, everybody, for supporting the channel, being a member of the song Birds. Shout out to everybody who is subscribed to the channel, you guys. Y'all already know. Also, yes, y'all, the link is pinned to the top. If you want to hit the panel, the link was pinned to the top. Jay said, definitely free DDG from his bitter baby mama. You know what? And you know what, Nay? Now y'all know I love me some Halle Bailey. But nah. She is definitely wrong for what she is doing with taking the baby away from him. I hate to say it, but she is wrong. Let that man see his baby. Let that man be with his child. You know what I'm saying? She definitely wrong for that. I could understand her wanting, don't want him speaking on her in public on the platforms. I can understand that she has a career and all of that. I can understand that part, but I can't understand her taking the baby away from DDG. Okay, y'all, let's get into it. So apparently they had court today. It says Halle Bailey keeps temporarily custody. Says DDG mom will no longer be the middle person. Halle is requesting DDG should have a professional person for supervised visits with Halo. What up, Alexandra in the building? Oh, Jay said he didn't want to see the baby. She said he wanted to see him on his time. Okay, y'all, we definitely finna get into this, y'all. Halle Bailey ain't lawyers, y'all. They ain't playing no games. They aren't playing no games. It says DDG's attorney asked the judge for a few days to try and secure a professional supervisor. Oh no, y'all, let me go back. I skipped ahead. What up, Alicia? Okay. Nana said, now you stopping the grandma from seeing the baby when it was her idea for grandma to be the mediator in the first place. Fast. Okay, y'all. So I'm reading this. Says, just stepped out of the courtroom for DDG and Halle Bailey hearing. Okay, the main topic today, whether DDG can travel to Italy June 30th through July 3rd to visit their son Halo. DDG and his attorney requested permission asking to have his mother serve as the supervisor during the visit. Halle Bailey's legal team pushed back. They want a professional supervisor, citing concerns about bias and highlighting past social media comments made by DDG mom and family about Halle. DDG attorney asked the judge for a few days to try and secure a professional supervisor. A continuation hearing is set for June 26th at 1:30 p.m., where a final decision may be made about the Italy trip. And y'all, question, I'm not sure if she's going to Italy for 3 months or 6 months. But okay, the judge, okay, y'all, now this was a key point I saw here. The judge reminded both sides the mutual restraining orders are still in effect until the next hearing. So they both got restraining orders on each other, y'all. What up, Sandra Boo in the building? They both got restraining orders on each other, and the judge said that still will remain the same. Oh, that is true, Black Beauty. Mother take up for their son no matter right or wrong. You know what's crazy though, y'all? Because I got a son. I always felt like I'm not going to be that mother. Like, if my son is wrong, he wrong. If he's treating this lady, if he's treating a woman wrong, I'm going to tell his ass, you need to get together and you will not treat a woman like that. I always said I would be like that. Okay? Not the ass, okay? Okay, Capri, the monetization is on. Okay. Me, mom said, but if the mom has been chilling and neutral, that's one thing. Okay. The ass is on. Stop playing with me. Okay. Princess said it wasn't smart for DDG family and friends to go off on Holly because it hurts him rather than help. Right. In this situation, I don't know why he didn't tell his brother to shut the hell up. Be quiet. And like, be quiet. Let me get through the situation. You making shit worse running your mouth. Okay. The building. Hey, girl.
Hey, how you doing?
I'm doing good, girl. How are you?
I'm great. Hey, Songbirds, how you guys doing? Um,
Hey, what you think about the situation, girl? I'm
well, I think that she is bitter in a sense. I do feel that she should just um allow him to see the child, but also create boundaries. I think all of this is just to make him, you know, respect boundaries and and also not allow his family to have an opinion on what they're doing. I think if he would just leave it being private more, I think that they can take the court thing out of it. But because he's such a public figure and his fans harass her so bad, I think this was like her last resort to where she just didn't feel like she didn't have any other choice because they're harassing her so bad. I was looking at something the other day and they was just harassing her so bad, like let him see his kid, let him see his kid.
mm-hmm.
Um I have two sons myself,
Yeah.
and parents have to understand that you cannot interject yourself in everything your child do. I understand that's your child and that's your grandchild, but you have to let your child, know that he's a grown man or a grown woman, and these are decisions that they make, and they have to things out themselves. And and Haley needs to understand this right here too, that she's going to take her son's side. That's her son. She's not your mom. Just like your family going to take your side, So you can't expect for her to have some kind of loyalty or allegiance to you when her loyalty and allegiance is to her son, you
Mm-hmm.
know. And I just feel like she's being just really selfish on some things and bitter,
Yeah.
but I do think she's trying to make a statement on some things.
That part. What up, she is me. Happy birthday to you, girl. You missed the song, but I sung it for you. Happy birthday. Hope you enjoy your birthday, boo. I'm trying to figure out. Okay, and I want to keep reading what else this says here. DDG attorney asked the judge for a few days to try and secure a professional supervisor. A continuation hearing is set for June 26th at 1:30 because I think she's leaving to Italy on June 30th. So they're trying to get all of this situated before she heads to Italy. So being that Holly is requesting, because DDG was like, well, my mom can be, the supervisor visit. But see, now Holly is like, no, your mom was speaking out against me. Now it's like, no. So now Holly is requesting that a professional supervisor is in attendance instead of his mom.
Well, I'm gonna say this on that part. She got to understand that that woman created a bond with that baby, and she loves that baby too. And but I do understand what she's trying to do, But at the same time, you know what I'm saying, I do see the boundaries that she's trying to create. Like let's get this situation together from me and you together before we go and start adding in extra parties. um I know the mama really want to see the baby, you know what I'm saying, and he wants his mom to see the baby as well. But if Holly's family is not trying to be a mediator or trying to whatever, and I do think the mom should step off a little bit. But at the same time, I understand DDG side of it as well. Your family get to see Halo. Why can't my family, well, my mom, get to see him, you know what I'm saying? Because she has created this bond with this little child. So it's just, we're on the outside looking in on things, and it's terrible because it's a little boy that's, you know what I'm saying, that's being affected, even though he doesn't know it yet, but he's being affected. But I do, like I stated before, she's really trying to hone in on those boundaries. And I feel that if once DG gets his fans in check, which I don't think he can do that, because fans are just fans. They're gonna do what they want to do. They're gonna say what they want to say. Um, but I think if he get his family in order with
Right.
the coming behind saying
Hmm.
something because he can't say nothing, I think it's gonna be okay.
Right. Especially the one brother, he definitely spoke out. I think one of his videos, he called her a bitch, if I'm not mistaken.
He did. I did see that video.
Yeah.
I did see that. What's his name? Dub. Yeah, he
Yeah.
did.
The
Yeah, he was very highly upset. But you're not making the situation no better if, like I stated, he has to go. He has to go through this.
Right.
Like I said, what boundaries is she trying to make? She's trying to make sure that, so that he focuses solely on the child well-being and stop trying to make it seem like she's a bad parent, because he wants to be able to see the child when he wants to see the child, not when it's like you're trying to create a schedule, because we're not together anymore.
Right.
So you just can't interrupt my life because you want to see your child. And I have to, when I've been asking you, hey, you want to get him so you can see him? Then you're saying, no, I'll get him this time right here. But then you'll get behind my back and you'll go to the internet and say this and say that, like I'm not letting you see your child. So she has to create some kind of boundaries for him, because he's overstepping. He's not doing what he's supposed to do as far as like co-parenting. If you're going to co-parent, you can co-parent in private. You don't have to bring your co-parenting business to the internet. You do not have to do that. They don't need to know that you haven't seen your son in so and so long or whatever. They don't really know that.
Right. And I feel like, yeah, I could see her being a bitter about a lot of things. Maybe I believe Holly probably was one of them girls that have a baby and want to get married, and that didn't happen for her. And I could see Holly being pressured underneath, just being pressured with a lot to really do this, probably from her parents behind the scene, her friends and family, her record label, all pressing her to do this, so that because the thing is, they don't want to have push Holly in this negative light. So I can see them like pushing all of this. Get this restraining order so he can't mention you. I can see them being really aggressive behind the scenes.
Yeah, I think it's mainly, she's
Hmm.
trying to protect her branding. Because, what I'm saying, these people are study coming at her. They're speaking about her in a negative light. And I can't say that that's how I'm feeling, but I'm just speculating like everybody else. So, I'm on the outside looking in,
Yeah.
but at the same time, you know what I'm saying, I feel that that's what she's doing. She's trying to protect her brand, but she's also, you know what I'm saying, I'm not holding her saying that she's this innocent person, because she's not. You know what I'm saying, a relationship is two people, and the only person people know how this relationship was is these two people that was in it. We're just
Right.
on the sideline just looking at it and just speculating like we're doing. But I think bringing the stuff to the internet, allowing other people to have an opinion like we're doing now, I think that's what's kind of like getting to her, because some people just they want to have this cookie cutter life, and they don't want to have like no blemish or nothing on it.
And
And
that's what Holly is. But the thing is, I do agree, Erica. Holly is definitely not innocent. I done seen clips of her like makes you think like, oh wait a minute, she's a little bit controlling, a little bit, things that she say, she be like, oh yeah, I don't play that about my man, I will cut him, I will, she say some crazy treacherous shit. So Holly's definitely
Yeah.
not innocent. I think she wants to be portrayed as innocent, but she's definitely not innocent.
I think the reason why she wants to be betrayed so innocently is because, she had this Disney character, and and this character is of innocence, and
Hmm.
that's bad branding, what I'm saying? And that can, and like I'm saying in the comments, said that, yeah, she messed up DDG brand as well, this whole situation did,
Yeah, because DDG got a
um
brand as well. DDG, what up, Jay Bookie?
Hey, Tyn'e. Hey,
Jay,
hey, Alexandria. How you doing?
hey, how you doing?
yes, y'all.
Hey,
DDG, I
everybody.
I do give DDG his props. He worked his ass off from the ground up. DDG does the damn thing, with the whole YouTube shit. He does that. He's financially well off. And I do feel for him not being able to see his child. This is a lot. However, I do think Holly is going way overboard. Way
Yeah,
overboard.
but I understand what everybody's saying too, and you right about that. And maybe she is, she ain't innocent, but I've seen like I was hearing like the paper, in the paperwork and stuff like that. Some of her text messages that she was showing, and she was trying to let him see Halo and his mother, but neither one of them never got back to her on seeing him, because this is around the time when he going out of town, he doing this and that. But what about her schedule? See, he want to see the baby on her schedule and not on his schedule. It's like everybody's saying, they need to get it together where they both like have some type of schedule. But I'm feeling like he want to see the baby, but he's also being bitter. He's also a bitter baby daddy, and you could pretty much tell that. And I feel like this, if that Ruby Rose came out and told everything that he did to her, that it would be a whole totally different story, because it's like I say about a lot of stuff, people don't believe the other person until somebody else come out and tell their side too, because from what I'm hearing, he put his hands on her too.
What up, the
I
doll?
think Kennedy Simone too. I'm not mistaken. I'm alleged, because she left Malone and she just came strictly out of the picture. She just laid low for a long time. But I just think Holly really wants everything to be private. You know what I'm saying? Their
Yeah, now that,
co-parenting
yes,
situation to be
yes.
private. She don't. I don't
Hmm.
think she cares. I mean, she does care about him overexposing the baby, but at the same time, I do think that she just wants the co-parenting part of it, where they're arguing and him getting on here making it seem like she's keeping his child away from him. I think she
Exactly.
want to keep that kind of private, and if you're gonna keep him on your stream, that's fine. But you know what you and I are dealing with behind closed doors, keep that private. And that reminds me of Royalty and CJ. Like, Royalty never was trying to keep the twins away from CJ. She just wanted it to be more private,
Right.
and
But
he wanted to
yeah,
be out there in the open with like what they're doing and things like that. And some things need to be private. You don't need to air all of your life on social media, because I mean, this is a what's called a footprint, and it's gonna be here forever. So if someone wants to be private and the other person don't, then it's like a tug of war of that, like.
Right. What up,
Mm.
Pamela?
and then if he felt that way, uh, hold on, excuse me, but if he felt that way, it's like, okay, why not do all of this or say all of this in the beginning? Why didn't you establish something before everything came out? Why didn't you get something established back then when y'all first broke up? When you was feeling that way, that she wasn't gonna let you see the kid or whatever like that, because it was just the whole point of her not it seemed like not paying him too much attention to the things that he was doing, and it was more about the kid. So I'm just saying, I feel like he's they both probably controlling, but she's trying to protect her peace at the same time. That's the way I'm feeling. But like I said, I don't know these people, but we just going off of what we see, what we're seeing, like people putting out and stuff like that, and going off of what they're saying. So we don't know really who lying, who telling the truth, and this and that. But
Right.
it's just it's just a stupid situation that they should have did this offline and just got it together.
Right. The doll said they both are young. Eventually they will figure it out.
Yeah,
I,
yeah,
I'm
they
I'm
will.
gonna respond to Erica, and I'm not trying to be, had like a rebuttal or try to go back and forth like that. But I'm not making excuses for her. I'm just speaking on it in general, as far as what's going on both different spectrums. Okay, by DDG. Now I'm gonna say this here. Ain't neither one of them innocent. Neither one of
Exactly.
them.
Right.
Like I just
I'm
said,
not
neither
really.
one
I don't
innocent.
know neither one of them, so I can't say
But
I'm on nobody's
at
side.
the end of the day, what Halle is looking at, um, people are following her and her child to parks, taking pictures.
And that's
People
very
are making
unsafe.
threats to her because he's getting online, him getting online saying that, well, she's not, I ain't seen my son in so long or whatever. That's something that he's doing, what I'm saying, to make people go at her. What I'm saying? Now, why would his fan, if what I'm saying, go to the park and videotape the nanny with Halo if he wasn't sitting online talking about him, not she's keeping the child away and all those kind of things. Everything is a domino effect. Everything is a cause and an effect. No, she's not innocent. Yes, she's been stated plenty of numerous times that she's very toxic. We know that. Also with him, we can't speak about one without speaking about the other.
Yes.
And that's
Yes.
all I'm saying. You get what I'm saying? Like, I'm seeing it from a woman's point of view, and I'm seeing it from a man's point of view as well. But my thing is, the whole thing is Halo. Halo is the common denominator. He needs both parents. We're not talking about who's right, who's wrong, but at the same time, you know what I'm saying? If as a mama, y'all are mothers, y'all, you know what I'm saying, y'all will do whatever it takes to protect your child and also your sanity, because imagine this person. She's provided, I'm sorry, she's provided so much evidence, as he did as well, provided so much evidence that she's actually trying to get him to, hey, listen, let's try to co-parent, but you can't co-parent with a person that's craving the attention from the village.
Right. So, see, Roy says, I don't know where you're getting your information from, but Ruby Rose said DDG is her best boyfriend she ever been with. Nene, that's true. Holly definitely knew he wasn't a private person because he was a YouTuber. She knew what came with being with DDG. So
I
how can
don't
you
know,
expect
but
this man not to film with his child when that's what he does? He's a content creator.
Before the baby even came in the picture, and I'm gonna say this because I pay attention to stuff. He been having a little jealousy thing for her anyway, because you got to understand, yes, he's a YouTuber, but at the same time, she has a broader audience than him. She's in Hollywood. He is not. He's only strictly famous in the YouTube world and streamer world, or whatever, Instagram, whatever. But she is actually famous in Hollywood. She introduced him to people he would never have met in his wildest dreams. He wouldn't. I ain't trying to idolize Beyonce because I really don't care for her like that. But he would never have met Beyonce or Jay Z or film directors and people in that realm because they don't follow him. She brought him into doors. And sometimes people will sabotage that simply because they are jealous of where you are at. Because like I said it before, in that world, you are only known as Holly plus one.
Right. Thank you, the
You
doll, for subscribing.
You
Yeah,
are
'cause-
not.
oh, I'm
I'm
sorry. Go ahead.
Now, I was just stating that, you know what I'm saying? Some people think they're more important than what they are. Like CJ, you think you're more important than you are, and you're not. You know, when CJ is only important in the YouTube, well, was important in the YouTube world. He can't switch over to another streaming platform because people only in YouTube care for him, not in the other realms. They don't care for him like that. He can't alter comments. He can't delete comments over there. These people gonna really tell it what it is. But he can control it over here.
Right. And you know what's crazy? Because I was once like, I love Holly music. I think she's a great girl. But then I really had to start looking at a lot of things that were coming in play, like how she got mad because Halo was on the stream with Kai. But but Holly also has videos and clips of her and the baby, so there's no reason for her to get upset. So that's what made me feel like she was being controlling, because how you getting mad at shit he's doing, but you also do too.
Or maybe she just was scared, like because it's a whole live stream. You don't know how long he gonna be on there. Then also scared of the criticism that the baby might take, because we all know how people like to talk about kids and babies. So that could have been it too. So I don't know. Like I said, it's just an opinion. We all up here just
Oh
discussing. I
yeah.
I don't
And
go
then
back. I don't be arguing with people
I
like
wanted to
about
read
this
y'all,
type of stuff.
yeah, I wanted to read the rest of what the judge said. The judge reminded both sides the mutual restraining orders are still in effect until the next hearing. Also on June 26th, DDG's lawyer is expected to confirm if they're ready to begin the actual case on July 23rd. Because so right now she just has temporary custody. So I'm pretty sure DDG is finna fight for his part. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
As he should, but she shouldn't try to make it so hard for him. But I feel like this is just a lesson to people procreating without having a marriage. You cannot expect to have access to a child if you're not married to the mother or the dad. You get what
Right.
I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Because you're not living in the home with this person, so you cannot have certain accessibility to the children like you would like, because for one, you're not married to these people.
Right. Yeah. I mean, I don't want to see, honestly, I do not want this to turn out to where she gets full custody and he doesn't get to see his child. I do not want that to happen. Yeah.
He just need to keep it offline, and and also have a real heart to heart talk with his family and say, listen, I appreciate you guys caring for me, and whatever the situation may be, but allow me to handle this business myself, and we're going to keep it off of the internet. And when people get in his chat or whatever the situation is, hey, can y'all refrain from speaking about that situation? It's being an adult. You gotta learn how to be an adult about stuff. You can't go entertaining everything in your life. You have to learn to separate content creating from reality.
Yeah. And then the doll says he did that to bring drama in her life. He used the internet to attack her, but he should have went to the courts after the baby was born, and this would not been an issue after the breakup. And you know what's crazy? I'm pretty sure they both got hectic schedules. Holly has to go out of country to film and all type of shit going on. So that's why I think the issue is coming in. There Holly might got a movie deal, she got to pick up and go, or DDG might got this, he got to pick up and go. But there has to be, I don't know if they're going to maybe get 50-50 custody, because when you get 50-50 custody, this person have the child on this day these days, and this person have the child on these days.
Well, it's really for the best now that they're trying to figure out what's going to be, because the baby's going to get a little bit bigger, and school is going to come into play, because and whoever somebody's going to have that child for their school term, and the other one's going to have a child for the 3 months. And like I said, I'm not taking up for Halle. You know what I'm saying? But I'm
Yeah.
going to say this as a mama. A first time mama. We all been first time moms, and your first child, you are super, super protective of that first child. Now, that second child, you know, you don't, I don't say you don't care, but the
Right.
first child, you are super protective of that
Hmm.
child. The child bump their toe, you crying with them.
Right.
So but I just think they need to just keep it off the internet. You know what I'm saying?
And
Like,
it's
don't.
crazy how they both got restraining orders against each other. The judge granted both of the restraining orders. DDG restraining order was granted and her restraining order was granted, y'all. That is insane. Messages were to prove why she needed a restraining order against DDG. But whatever DDG also had on Holly, the judge granted his restraining order.
Well, you know that old saying is whoever filed first, that's who
Mhm.
story people want to believe. If DDG felt in his heart or mind that she was a such bad person, which I'm pretty sure she was to him. You know what I'm saying? Because like I said, she's not innocent. Two people in a relationship, they have their parts in it. If he felt in any type of form of fashion, because there were signs that, hey, she's going to go foul. She has never shown that she was like these any other girls you have dealt with. And having a child, it really magnifies a lot of things. If you having problems in your relationship, have a baby. That baby gonna really show you if this man for you, is gonna show you this woman for you. You have to really, really do a strong vetting process when you go procreating with someone.
Right. Nene said we gotta give him his credit. I don't know, y'all. I see the controlling bitter shit going on.
Oh yeah, she's super controlling now. She is.
Mm-hmm.
She
Mm-hmm.
is. I can't say that she is.
Yeah.
But at the same time, before he got a baby with her, he's seen those signs.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure. And it goes back to show you, I would never forget, y'all. I was watching Halo's first birthday. It was on DDG channel, right? It was Halo's birthday. He turned 1. Okay. In that birthday, y'all, I noticed it was like a tug and war between DDG and Holly. It was like DDG was holding the baby and but Holly wanted the baby. I mean, you could see it all through the video, y'all. They was like, it was crazy. Like DDG wanted to hold the baby and Holly wanted to hold the baby. They was fighting on who, they was fighting, they wanted to hold the baby, y'all. It was crazy. I'm like, that was crazy. That right there told me something ain't right. The way they was tugging warring with the baby. Alexander, the way they was tugging war with the baby was insane.
Yeah, like I said, she's exhibiting, what I'm saying, like she's hurt. She's hurt, and hurt people hurt people. But at the same time, DDG, if you knew you didn't want this young lady like this, wrap it up. And like I said, and it's just a lesson. Everything I always say, everything that's done, a lesson is attached to it. And this is a lesson. Do not have a child with someone that you barely know. Do not have a child with someone that's not your wife. No, I'm saying, do not have a child with someone that shows some sort of mental unstableness. And she showed it. She showed those toxic traits before she had the child. And also, she told you, hey, I didn't. She's like, she wanted to have an abortion with the child. She wanted to get rid of the child, but she let him know, saying that if we can't be a family, then I'm not going to go forward with it. And he was all on board, and then it switched up after she had the baby. So yeah, she's holding a lot of resentment for that.
Right. But it is sad. I'm reading about what happened today, y'all, in court. DDG asked the judge to let him visit Halo in Italy while his mother supervises. But Holly reported feels his mom is enabling of his abusive behavior and requested the visit be monitored by a third party. That's crazy. Holly reported feel like his mom. So that's the reason why she doesn't want his mom to be, I guess, the mediator.
she has to understand that like I said before, that grandmama love her grandchild. And that's DDG's mom. So yes, she's gonna have DDG side. She's gonna take up for her son. She's not, don't no mom I ever known in life going to sit here and take someone else's side over their son or their daughter. They're not gonna do that. Now they'll chastise them in private, but in public, they're united front.
Right.
And you gotta be crazy if you think that she's going to go against her son for you. Who are you?
Right. And what do y'all think? Why is she requesting child support? How the hell you gonna request child support but he can't see his child? That's
Probably
crazy
trying
to
to
me.
trying
Yeah.
to beat him to the punch. Probably that's what it sounds like to me.
Yeah.
So he won't ask for it because you got to look at it. If she asks for it first, she can. Like I said, everything she's controlling the narrative because she filed first on everything. If
Yeah.
he would have filed first, he could have requested it first.
Right. Things would have been different if he would have filed first on game. It would have been different.
And then too, ain't he making more money than her?
Yes, that's the one thing. Like, I definitely give DDG his credit. He worked his ass off. He's net worth, says about 8 mil. Holly says about 3 mil. So he definitely is financially well off. Definitely that. So we definitely give that to him. He worked his ass off from the bottom to the top. Yeah. Chelsea said, I think the fact that both sides have said they all love and support each other, but now that Holly and DDG broke up, it's a fight for Halo. Right. Nene says, I'll take an active father over child support any day. I think, y'all, we all can agree that DDG is a wonderful father to Halo. And I guess people need to learn how to separate. I'm pretty sure Holly feeling like, well, you treat me like this, so now you can't. Now it's kind of like she's like, oh, you treat me like this, you don't deserve to see Halo. That's how, that's how I'm looking at it. Like,
or we might be looking at it all wrong too. You know what I'm
right,
saying? That he probably is showing that he's a good father on the end there, but behind closed doors, he might not be.
right. I
You
can
know,
see that. Yeah,
yeah, you get what I'm saying? So, you have to look at everything in all areas and all spectrums and stuff. I'm not saying he's not a good father for y'all kill me. He's not. I'm not saying that. What
yeah,
I'm saying is you have to look at it. You know what I'm saying? Like, just like she might not be a good parent either. But to the internet, she just were a good mama. And in reality, she's not.
right. What up, Lindia? Yeah. Erica says, Legend, it was content. Holly knew 9 times out of 10. And what the fuck can a 1-year-old with a car do? Let's be real. Yeah, I remember he bought at the party a car or was rented. I'm not sure.
Just like, with CJ, he's an internet dad. But behind closed doors, he might not be a good father. This could be the same situation with DDG. He might be a good internet dad, but he's not a good dad behind closed door. He shows he wants. You gotta remind yourself. They let us see what they want us to see, only for like 5 or 10, 15, 20 minutes, and that's it. Whatever they want us to see, and that's it. He probably can be showing this babe on his stream for this long, and right after the stream is over with, Miss Tanya got the baby for the remainder.
Right. We don't know. Yeah, it is mamas out here begging the father to be around. Facts. That
So
is
you have to
facts.
kind of look at it like that. You just can't say, well, he's a good dad. Yeah, he might be a good dad because that's what he's showing you guys. But in reality, he might not be. You got to understand that she knows him in the real. We only know him based off what we see on these social media sites. I can say, well, I live in a nice mansion, but I really don't live in a nice mansion. You get what I'm saying? It's all about illusion of what I want you to see in the narrative that I want you to see. Both of them just need to grow up. And having a child young, when you're still when your brain is still developing itself and you're still trying to find yourself, you're adding children to that mix that don't need to be added to that mix. Because contrary to Bull, both of them are not mentally developed young people. They still have selfish ways about themselves, and you can see it playing out right now because it's showing it now. They're still selfish. It's about me, 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 me. But a mature person like us and the people on your live, they'll say, well, we think it from a mature aspect because we are mature minded.
Right. Facts. Facts. I'm just reading some of the comments here, y'all. I think we all know. I mean, I feel like the way this shit might turn out, they both might end up with 50-50 custody. I think if DDG, they might end up with 50-50 custody, and it might have to when you got a meeting point, sometimes you got to meet at the police station, all of that to
They
exchange
gonna
the
have a
baby.
mediator.
Yeah, mediator, that's what I mean. Yeah.
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 I'm still here. I ain't run
Okay.
away.
Oh
I
no,
ain't
you
get
fine.
scared.
That's what
Cause
I'm thinking.
I know how everybody be figuring. People be trying to attack DDG. I ain't doing that. I'm just stating my opinion. But I'm still here though. I had to feed my
Yeah.
dogs.
Oh yeah, you fine. I do believe, yes, y'all. Holly is bitter. She's very and she has very controlling ways. I think she's super talented. I think she's taking it too far with keeping him and making him go through all of this, you guys. I can understand and see her side with making him not speak on her, publicly. I agree with her doing that. You know. What you think, Jay?
Well, yeah, that's a good point right there. Yeah, he shouldn't speak on her. But like I said, to each his own. Let the man see his kid, but just monitor things. Like have somebody there to monitor things. And if he feel the same way, then he needs to have somebody with her to monitor things. Come on now, let's just be smart about it because y'all fighting between each other. The kid gonna get taken away. Then what?
Right.
That's the same thing y'all be trying to say about like CJ and royalty and like he calling CPS and all of this kind of stuff. Like what if they don't put the child in your household and they put the child somewhere else? Then what? You know what I'm saying? Like they just need to be reasonable with each other and figure out what they need to do. But yes, don't speak on her no more, and she don't speak on him. And we just make it all about the kids. Somebody else, you don't want the mother to be the mediator. So somebody needs something. Maybe they need to hire a professional, somebody that can go between so they can both have the time that they need. And that's that. And go
Right.
their separate ways and he leave. Don't say nothing about her, don't worry about who she sleeping with or who been in her
Hmm.
bed and this and that and leave her
Hmm.
alone and she don't
Now
worry
him
about who he
taking a
been with.
picture of the bed was crazy.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. That's some stalker stuff right there. Now, what is it? Why does that matter to you if y'all not together? Why does that matter to you? But
Hmm.
you wanted to see your son. So why are you worried about who was in my bed if you came to see your son?
I definitely agree with Erica when she says she's seeking child support. As long as he taking care of his child, I don't feel like he has to pay her child support because he takes well care of his child and he sees his child. It's a difference versus maybe providing financially, but you not only does he provide financially, he also sees and wants to be in his son's life.
I don't think he should have to pay child
Yeah.
support because number one, y'all both probably maybe making the same amount of money, maybe not, but whatever. I'm just saying, it's like if you want that, that's just crazy because it's no use for it. For what? You a big star, he a big YouTuber. Just that right there's just not even be just why for what? You don't need it.
Yeah.
Now, if y'all was regular people, it'd be different.
Yeah. That's crazy. Yeah. Nene, DDG mom was like Holly had air tags in the baby's bag. She was going crazy. She was tracking to make sure they wasn't gonna run off with the baby. You know what I'm saying? Let's see. Oh well, welcome the doll. Welcome. Okay, Legends of Sleepy Hollow. Do you see evidence that he is making money? What is his expenses? Yeah, I mean, yeah, he did buy. He bought. He gave his mom his old house, and I think DDG turned around and bought another house, if I'm not mistaken. Okay, DDG's Erica said he purchased his first mansion before the age of 21. Facts. That is facts, y'all. Okay, Black Beauty said if a nigga say let's have a baby and we gonna be a family, and he start to cheat and treat me like shit, I'll be mad too. I think y'all, to me, I think Holly was hurt. This girl was hurt. It to me, honestly, I feel like DDG was probably her first boyfriend, real relationship. You think
She was
that,
probably
Jay?
she was
I think
probably
that.
hurt. You right.
Hmm.
You right. I think I don't think he was her first boyfriend. I think that he was her first public boyfriend. You get what I'm
Hmm.
saying?
Yeah.
And then yes, she was hurt. And then when she got pregnant, he started to down her and kind of like you could tell like her I want to say her confidence probably wasn't where it was before she got pregnant. And he kind of like, he was using that postpartum stuff and throwing it in her face. And this is what kind of made her snap once the baby got there. It's like, okay, it's, I've been through a lot and he did this. I found out he was doing this and that. And it was like during while she was pregnant or whatever like that. So, okay, cool. Baby get here and it just made it worse than what it should have been. It just got worse and worse and worse. And then that probably is the reason why they split up. And then he ended up, doing whatever he did or whatever like that.
Right.
But yes, I just feel like, it's a breaking point for everybody. And like Alexandra said, this is her first kid, so she really protective over him, and I can understand that. So but like I said, I mean, they need to get a mediator so they can get
Do
this
you
baby
think,
together.
being that Holly is going off to film in Italy for however months, and but she's making him having to come to Italy to see his child. But I feel like why she just won't leave the baby with him for however months.
Because I
That
feel
would have
like
made
she just
sense.
don't because
Yeah.
she don't wanna not have that baby like in her being in her reach, I believe it is. And I think it was of hit for him. I think he wanted to go over there where she was to see the baby instead of bringing the baby back over there, like kind of like on her terms. You get what I'm saying? Maybe he trying to sacrifice, like, okay, I'll go over there and see him. Just let me see, just let me see him.
Right. Fats. Fats QAWX says, yes, Holly wanted DDG because she kept trying to manipulate him and use her mental breakdown to keep him from the child. Facts. Yeah, Halo's a very handsome child. Yeah. Halo's definitely handsome, handsome little baby, y'all. So y'all, in about 2 days, they're going back to court, and the judge is giving DDG a chance to find a professional mediator, and I hope that he can find it. Honestly, because it's just crazy that Holly didn't don't even want his mama to be the mediator. I think that was wrong. I think that was wrong.
But yeah, that was wrong. But like I said, I don't know. I don't remember what channel I seen it on, but they were saying like she texted his mother and asked to, asked them to get Halo, and she told her, what did she say? She said she got to check it out with DDG or whatever. So cool. I guess he didn't want to get him right then and there.
Mhm.
So I guess, she didn't say anything else after that. As far as I know, it just said that she didn't say nothing else about it. So it was like she was trying to let them see him, but they never like responded or just wanted to be on their terms.
Facts, C. Roy. I definitely agree with you. C. Roy said DDG's situation is different, and CJ is a clown. Jay, we could agree on that. Nigga, you a
Amen.
bitch. Nigga, you a
Oh my
clown.
God.
Okay, don't get us
Way
started.
different. Way different.
Okay, Erica Ransom says the issue was that he didn't appear to want a schedule for visits. He just wanted to pop up. That's not how co-parenting work on both sides.
Yes, that's what I'm saying.
I
Yes.
agree, Erica. You definitely,
Yes.
yeah, because Holly was trying to have this set schedule, and DDG was just like, all right, I don't want no schedule. I want to
And
see my child when I want to see my child. Legends of Sleepy Hollow said, I don't think Holly wants to take Halo from DDG. You know what's crazy? It to me, it looks like that. I don't know. I don't know what's her angle. Do you not want him to be a father, or do you want him to be in this child's life? She's
To be
requesting
honest with you, I was
full
gonna say the
custody.
same thing myself. I was gonna say
Hmm.
it really don't seem like she wants to
Hmm.
take the child away from him. I just think she just trying to set some type of boundaries. That's all I think it is. I really think she want him in his life. She not. She just wanna. She just want the boundary set. Like if he said, I think if he said something for her, she would agree to the terms, and if she said something for him, he should agree to the terms and just call it a day.
Yeah, I mean, I to me it's like it's that's the thing, Holly. Do you want him to be a father, or do you not want him to be a father? She wants full custody, but then you want child support. Like, but yet you trying to make it seem like having visitation visits for his child, like he's beating on his child. He's not doing that. He's definitely not beating on his child.
No, I don't think he beat on the child. Maybe she just going off of how he treated her, basically. I feel like she protected him because of how he treated her and put paws on her or whatever. So
Right, the doll. He definitely can't just pop up at her house when he feel like it. No, absolutely not. I definitely agree with that. Lynette says he should contribute to something. Contribute to something. The thing is, she's like on some. Oh, you can't see my child, but you want my money. I don't think that's fair. You get what I'm saying, Jay? I don't think that's fair.
yeah, that ain't fair right there. That
Yeah.
it's not fair at all. Like I said, I don't even know why she even asking for child support because she really don't need it. She don't need it. So if that's what they was going for, that should have just been left out of the agreement because she don't need that. It should have been more about, like let me establish something with how you gonna see the child or what's gonna happen when he's with you and stuff like that. That should have been more in the agreement than asking about some child support.
Erica said, we all know when a nigga find out a bitch fucked on him, they don't give a fuck about them no more for real. She should have never stepped out and thought he was finna come back. Oh, QAWS said she was crazy before she was pregnant. Oh, yeah, I agree. I believe y'all, Holly did not want to be just a baby mama. You think that,
I can
Jay?
agree. I can
Yeah,
agree with that. Yep, I can agree. She probably
yeah.
had some standards set because of the type of quiet person and probably her family is and stuff like that. She probably took a lot of heat for getting pregnant before marriage,
Which is
and
why
she
she
did.
hid it for so long. You get what I'm saying?
Exactly. Right.
She
She
would
probably took a lot of heat for that. And that's another reason why she hurt because she felt like, people know that she should have been married before getting pregnant. Her parents probably had something said because as you can see, her parents never got involved in none of this. We ain't seen her parents nowhere involved in this. We ain't heard them say nothing. We ain't seen them come out on the internet. We ain't seen none of that. So,
Yeah.
and they probably like, we told you before you did it.
Oh yeah, Callie said he threatened to kidnap the baby if I'm not mistaken. Yeah.
But yeah, she probably going through a whole bunch of we told you so's. So it's embarrassing for her. It's like a lot going. It's a lot going on, and he probably like they said, who had told him before she got pregnant or whatever. Blueface was telling him. A whole bunch of other people was telling him, and look at the situation he in, cause he didn't listen and she didn't listen to whoever was in her ear.
Facts, Angela. Facts. For what it's worth, I hope they can work through the situation because it ain't worth going through. I hope y'all in the 2 days, y'all, they going back to court. I hope that DDG can find him a professional. They said a professional what mediator, and then and I think he only could see Halo what 6 hours out the day or something like that. I gotta read the order. It's the order is crazy. It's certain, yeah, certain hours. Like hell, yeah.
I guess once everything they get everything on point and on schedule, things will change. Things will change. If it's meant to change, it'll change because not even a court can stand between parents that really love their kids. So it should be more about the baby, not about their needs. It should be more about that baby.
Yeah, the doll says you agree third party would be best. And third party, is it somebody like you don't know? Is that what I'm guessing, y'all?
Yep, somebody that they
Um,
both that can go between no that don't know them at all, and they can go, either go drop the kid off, pick the kid up, or be just be somewhere around, if that's what they saying, be somewhere around when he's like having his visitations or whatever. But yeah,
yeah,
that's the mediator can be. It could be somebody in your family, but if they not agreeing to that, if this is her turn for them not to have nobody in their family, then it's not gonna be nobody in your family.
yeah. Yes, Erica, those court papers were insane. But the thing is, all of that was temporary. So they're going to court now. But I think like when it comes to like their custody battle, that court case like in late July. That court case going to be in late July, y'all. Okay, let me see. I'm gonna read some of the court stuff, y'all. She made her mediator. Oh yeah, the court paperwork, y'all. That was insane. Mother definitely need to stay out of it. The dog. Let's see. Trying to catch up with the chat. They may still love each other. Do y'all think that? I don't know. What you think?
No, I don't think. I don't. I don't think.
I think too much damage
It done
has
went
been
too.
done.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. It's too far now. Nah, I just don't even see it no more. I see
What up,
them
Carlotta? Yeah, you
at
don't see it,
odds with
Jade.
each other.
Right.
No, not at all. I see them being at odds with each other just for the simple fact of how things going now. I don't think they love each other.
Yeah. Me either. I think too much damage has been done. I honestly think that, y'all.
Yep. Yes, too much damage has been done.
I'm pulling up the court documents now. Okay. We're going to go over it. We're going to go over it, y'all. Let's see. Give me one moment, but they did make a beautiful couple. It was crazy, y'all. We really wanted them to stay together.
Yeah, but then you had a lot of people in the background that was like, one side was like, no, why did you do that? He a creep. And the other side was like, no, why would you on his side it was more like, why would you do that? Like she don't know nothing. You shouldn't even be with her. You know what I'm saying? Like, what it's like we know her, but we don't know her.
You know what's crazy, Erica? You definitely grandparents don't know this, but you definitely can get grandparent rights. I
Oh,
see people
yes,
go
you
get
can.
it.
Yes, you can. I heard of that before.
Hmm. Yeah.
Grandparents' rights. That means you can go to court and tell them you want to see your grandchild, and they can't give you custody, but they can give you visitation rights.
Yeah. Visit you do, yeah, as a grandparent you do get visitation.
Uh-huh. Yep.
This crazy, y'all. The things that was included in this court order was insane. Let me see. But y'all, this is just a sad situation while I'm pulling this up here.
Very sad situation, especially when it's a baby stuck in between it. It's always a sad situation. Because sometimes a lot of times things don't turn out for the best.
Right. I mean, I just hope it don't end to where he doesn't get to see his child, y'all, because that would be sad. Honestly, I know you can make more kids, but this is your firstborn. You get what I'm saying? Like,
No, I don't think they're gonna take them rights away. I don't think they go. It's just gonna be limited, but I don't think they're gonna take the rights away all completely. I don't think they're gonna do that. They're not gonna do that because he haven't showed no bad intent over the from against the child. So I don't think they're gonna do that. I just think it's probably like it's gonna have to be supervised and stuff like that because he did show, she did show the proof of whatever he did to her and this and that. So, you know,
yeah. The dog says I blame it on they both being young, immature, and petty on both sides, but I think DDG does the most. Yeah, because wasn't it said she had videos and all of that?
yep. I think it was like Ring doorbell cameras and stuff like this, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, like he broke her ring camera, y'all.
Uh huh. Yep. And they said that she had, took it all for evidence and stuff like that.
Okay, this what it started. It says, okay, y'all. So Holly was on a vacation on Mother's Day weekend from May 9th to May 11th. And she got a text from DDG. He sent her a text on social media and accused her of being with the singer named Brent.
Okay, can I ask you a question? No,
Yeah,
why does that matter if y'all broken up? Who cares?
right.
Y'all broken up. Who cares if she was? Y'all broke up. Okay, so all of that don't even matter. That shouldn't even matter. So them texts shouldn't even been relevant about nothing. It should have been like, okay, you on vacation. Why did you not tell me you was taking my son on vacation with you or something like that? That's what that should have been.
Facts. So this is the message he sent. He said to Holly, DDG says, "You think you hurt my feelings when you really just ruining your own image. This is a terrible look. Makes you look disgusting and evil. Enjoy your vacation. Happy Mother's Day. But just know the same energy when it's my turn to have him. I'm on the same shit." So then she replied, "Are you not tired of harassing me? You make up a new lie on me every day. I'm in St. Lucia having fun, not with any man out here. I wouldn't do that. I have Halo. I told your mom I was going to be with my sister last week. Please let me enjoy my Mother's Day in peace. Hope you are okay and feel better soon." So then, after all of that, she goes and filed the paperwork. Yeah, it's her side, his side, then there's the truth. Then
And
there's the truth.
that's it. You're right. Her
And
side,
then,
his side,
y'all,
and the truth.
right, all hell broke loose. She shows, the couple bruises on her arms. Um, She shows a chipped tooth, like he chipped her. She said he slammed her head on the steering wheel. In court documents, Holly describes another alleged incident with DDG on January 18th. She said he came over to her home to get Halo but refused to tell her when he was returning. She said she tried to help, but Halo tried to help put Halo in his car seat, but DDG told her, "Get out of my car, bitch." Holly said she repeatedly pleaded with him not to call her bitch. So I'm pretty sure if he called her bitch, that probably made her mad, Jay. She probably was like, "Don't call me no bitch. Don't call me no
Exactly.
bitch."
Uh-huh. Definitely.
Yeah, and then she claims the argument turned physical. She said we fought each other, wrestling and tussling. So she said, in key words, y'all, we fought each other. At one point,
Exactly.
Daryl was pulling my hair. He then slammed my face on the steering wheel, causing my tooth to get chipped. I then stopped fighting back as I was in a lot of pain, she said. And there goes her chipped tooth, y'all. That there goes her chip tooth. She attached photos of her alleged damaged tooth and bruises in her filing. Holly detailed an alleged incident on March 7th. She said her and Halo were sick with RSV at her home. I remember that. She
I
said,
remember it
"Yeah,
too.
you remember when he
'Cause
came?"
I sure
Yeah,
do.
you
And when he
remember.
came, talking about some, I just want to see my son. And then she came out and she was like, "We're sick, guys. That's why I haven't been on Snapchat or
Yeah,
IG.
yeah,
We're
Nene.
very sick."
When the guy call a woman a bitch in the midst of an argument, all hell is finna break loose. Cause who you calling a bitch? Okay, that was funny. She said
Tyn'e.
she said her and Halo were sick with RSV. Okay, I read that. Okay, Holly said she made it clear she did not want Halo leaving the home. Not this a cute picture of them. That's a shame, y'all. They were so cute together. Okay, she said, when I told Daryl that, he became very angry with me. He raised his voice and became verbally abusive towards me, hurling bad names at me. He then saw that the rain camera was recording. He unplugged the rain camera, opened the side door, and threw the rain camera out of my home, Holly said. This is insane. Yeah, I think he wanted her out the car, chosen by Erica says. He didn't want her in the car and she didn't want to leave Halo.
Yep, that's what it was. He didn't want her in the car, and she was like, "Okay, because she probably had been through this before, but not as bad." So she like, "Okay, if I get in the car with them, maybe this will
Mm.
make him slow down, or drive regular or whatever like that." She didn't get. I don't think she got in there to keep arguing with him. I just think she was trying to protect the baby.
Okay, yes. And then the actor says DDG then locked her out of her home for a brief period. Now he locked her out of her home. It's insane. He locked her out of. How you gonna get
He
locked out
didn't.
of your home?
She went
Oh
out there to
no.
get that ring
Oh
camera, and he
no.
was like,
Oh
"I'm gonna
no.
close the
No.
door
No.
on your
No.
ass."
No. Okay. Yeah. It said he locked her out of her home. Okay. And then she keeps going on, y'all, about different incidents. On Tuesday, May 3rd, that's when Holly filed a petition for protection from DDG. She claimed the Twitch streamer, who she dated from early 2022 to late 2024, so she had a baby by him quickly, had been physically and emotionally abusive during their relationship. The judge granted Holly a temporary restraining order and set a hearing for June to determine whether to make the order permanent. But they're still fighting because I think they're not going to make it permanent. They got to go back to court, y'all, in July for a custody battle. For a custody battle. This is insane.
Yeah, it really is. But
Oh,
but
his
this
mother
is
her
this is the
privacy.
reason why that's what I guess this is why you need to learn people before you start having kids with them.
Mm-hmm.
This is why they tell you that. This is an example right here, the reason why.
Right. It was, but see, by the time DDG tried to come back and do his filing of a restraining order, everybody was like, kind of like in Holly favor because she was the one that did it first.
And
Even though
not
they,
only that, it was like, why did you wait this long to do it? If you was gonna file a restraining order, you should have been did it.
Yeah.
You should have been did it before now. You knew she was crazy, like that, like everybody was saying. You knew she was crazy. Why didn't you file a restraining order then
Right.
and try and take your baby then? Look, this she crazy. She under stress. I think she gonna kill my kid, whatever like that. Let me get a restraining order and let me get my kid.
Yeah, I'm reading some more, y'all. They're trying to say like he was abusive towards her before Halo was born. That's what this is saying.
That's what I had said. I was like, he probably didn't did this before, so that's why she was like, okay, let me hop in the car. Let me hop in the car and calm him down. I'm gonna just get in here and make sure my baby okay. He can still take the baby, but I gotta make sure he get here safely.
Hold on, y'all. Let me read. QAWS says he never wanted to go to the court route or expose her. Yeah, that's facts, Erica. She was the Disney girl, so he was trying to hide it low key. Facts. Yeah, she was documenting things and getting all her evidence together, weren't she, Jay? Yeah, I believe so. I was reading
She definitely
hers.
was, Tyn'e.
Now
She
I'm
was
finna go to
definitely
his.
documenting everything he was doing. She once I think
Hmm.
once it first happened, she was like, okay, after this, that's it. I'm finna start recording. I'm finna start taking notes. I'm finna start doing what I gotta do, keeping tabs just in case.
Yeah. And so now we finna go to his situation, what he had to say, y'all. To access court documents. Okay, let's see. Let me look. So then he filed a restraining order. What's crazy to me, y'all, the judge granted his restraining order and hers. So basically, both of y'all can't see each other. Both of them
Yeah,
can't see each
he's
other.
saying stay away from each other because both of y'all toxic. Y'all crazy as hell.
People follow him don't seem to know the difference. They are deep trolling and bothering her. Oh, he had evidence from 3 years ago.
And that was before the baby was born.
Oh yeah, chosen by Erica says he said he was trying to protect her clean image. So if he went to court, she would have lost her career, and he would have been the cause.
Well, I figure, but if somebody lied on you and did all of this kind of stuff, you wouldn't even care about their career. You more want to get your kid. That's what I would be thinking about. Forget your career. This is about me getting my child.
Facts. See, okay, on June 4th, DDG files an emergency asking the court to block his ex-girlfriend Holly from traveling internationally with their son Halo. He claimed Bailey posed as an emotional risk to the child and requested physical and legal custody. He also detailed several allegations in his motion. He claimed that Holly Bailey once took his firearm and left the house without informing him of her whereabouts. Now that situation sounds crazy to me. She,
Very crazy.
she took the firearm.
And yeah, she took that firearm. She probably did. And she probably was in
Mm,
emotional distress because what he's
yeah. He said he further alleged that Holly attempted to have an abortion without telling him, but ultimately decided against it. In addition, he claimed she sent a series of alarming text messages in which she alleged threatened to kill herself and implied that their infant son might also be harmed. These text messages was insane. As I'm going through them, y'all. Oh, chosen by Erica, yeah. She wrote a whole song and filmed a video about how toxic she is in a relationship. She said it was based on her real life. Now, what song was that chosen by Erica? Because I love me some Halle music. I'm thinking it was, what's that song? Jade, you still up here? Oh, she dropped down, y'all. What is that song? And it all because I love you, babe. Love you, babe. I motherfucking love you, babe. She was acting crazy in that video. She was hopping on the goddamn car. She was hopping on the car, y'all. I think that's the song chosen by Erica talking about. It's hard to be a new, inexperienced mom fast. And we all get it. When you're a first-time mom, you definitely want to keep your baby safe. You are overly protected over your firstborn. It's your first child. Okay? I was on the money then, girl. I was on the money. I motherfucking love you, babe. Love you, babe. I love you, babe. And it's all because I got drunk the other day. It was a birthday party. Yeah, that song gets crazy, vibe. Okay, Chelsea, not when the sister become a mom. Okay, Chloe said, Chloe said, I'm out here looking young, I'm fabulous, I'm sexy, I got money, I'm a star. Chloe ain't finna have no baby. Okay, she ain't finna have no baby. Okay, y'all. But yes, man, shout out to everybody in the motherfucking building. Shout out to all the new people pulled up on your girl. Oh my God, y'all. We definitely going to see what happens. I'm hoping DDG can find this mediator he needs to find so that he can see baby Halo, y'all. We definitely praying that they can get it together and so that they can get it together and be better co-parents for Halo, y'all. Shout out to everybody in the building, man, y'all. Also, y'all already know I'm definitely working on a new album, you guys. And gang, I'm going to see y'all next time.
What is your type? What do you like? See, I'm 5'3", smooth like cocoa butter. It's my melanin popping with my brown eyes. See, I'm not gonna play with you. Ain't got time for that. I need to know what's on your mind. If you decide to be all mine, could you be the man? Would you understand what I'm going through day by day? I need a strong man by my side who gon' always I need somebody down for me, someone that's gon' hold me down. When times get hard, are you gonna run or will you stay and stick it till the end? I need somebody down for me, someone that's gon' be around. When times get hard, are you gonna run or will you stay and hold it down for me? Can you meet me halfway, yeah? I'm talking 50-50, babe. I need somebody to be with me, let's get money, baby, yeah. And I know what I bring to the table, baby. I work hard and I get that dough. Don't need a man who keeps me broke. Could you ride or die for me when we going through thick and thin? I need a man who's on his grind, cause I ain't said I need somebody down for me, someone that's gon' hold me down. When times get hard, are you gonna run or will you stay and stick it till the end? I need somebody down for me, someone that's gon' be around. When times get hard, are you gonna run or will you stay and hold it down for me? I'm young and I'm focused, and I need you to notice that a woman like me gon' hold shit down. And if you ain't ready, you can go right now. I'm young and I'm focused, and I need you to notice I'm not here to play, so don't waste my time. Heard it all before, it ain't a new surprise. I need somebody down for me, someone that's gon' hold me down.